Hey everyone, welcome to your new moon reading. We have a new moon this Friday, July 9th at 9:17 p.m. and it's a new moon in Cancer. So I thought, what better place to have this new moon reading other than the beach where the crabs live. And this is Fort Island Gulf Beach. It's our local beach right down the street from my house, so I thought it would be a perfect backdrop for this new moon reading. So this new moon, along with every new moon, is an invitation from the moon to consciously create our life. And before I started using the moon as a tool, I would just go about my life and going with the flow, as they say. I had a direction. I knew I had an idea of what I wanted to achieve. I had some sort of framework for who I was and my role in this world, but I didn't have that clarity or that precision and that dedication and that intention, and that is something that the moon has really helped me with in consciously creating my life. So we have a new invitation from the moon to take a moment out of our busy lives, pause the busyness, and sit down and think about, to write, to contemplate, to verbalize, and to create the life we want to have through intentions, dedications, writing down our new moon wishes, and doing some sort of new moon ritual, and to bring those intentions into the physical using your mental ability and your physical ability to kind of bring it into this physical realm. And I hope we take advantage of these invitations from the moon to really consciously create our life. And if you take a look back over the past 6 months, there has been a whirlwind of power-packed cosmic celestial events. We've had supermoons, we've had lunar eclipses, solar eclipses, we've had retrogrades, we've had paradigm shifting, planetary conjunctions, and this first 6 months have been quite intense with all of the cosmic energies that have been raining down over the Earth plane, and I know we've all been feeling that. And this new moon is a little bit different. It's a little bit quieter, it's a little bit calmer, and it's a time or an invitation to refocus on ourselves and the most important extension of ourselves, our home and our family. Because nothing matters more to Cancerians than home and family. And this is also flavored and paired with a Neptune retrograde, which began June 25th and will continue on to December 1st. And like I've said before, when we have an influence from Neptune, the influence is a little bit more subdued and less tangible in the present moment, because it's the type of influence that has to build momentum over years and years and even generations. So it's a multi-generational influence. And so when we have this Neptune retrograde, it's a little bit calmer right now. It's a little bit more subdued. It's not quite as tangible because Neptune is one of those outer planets that has a large, expansive what's it called? Rotation around the sun. And so it also has that large, expansive energy that builds momentum as it's going around its rotation. But it's no less powerful than the interplanetary retrogrades like Mercury retrograde, which happens twice a year. It still has that powerful influence of change. It just has to build more of that momentum. So Neptune, which is a large water planet, is also known as the god of the sea. And here we are sitting in front of the sea, or I guess you could call it the sea. It's the Gulf of Mexico. And much like the moon, Neptune, or the god of the sea, rules over the deep waters of our emotional subconscious. It also rules over our imagination, our dreams, our fantasies, our psychic receptivity, and intuition. And so this this retrograde does have a very powerful influence over the collective change of evolution, which is very significant in the spiritual development of our society, of our civilization, and expanding our psychic awareness. And that is where most of the collective evolution is occurring. So this is going to be quite a beautiful and profound Neptune retrograde, especially after all of those cosmic events that we've had the first 6 months. So I've prepared some tips and tools to help you navigate through this Neptune retrograde. The first, the one, is take note of your frustration, boredom, and jealousy. These emotions are strong signs that you're not in alignment with your true self or your soul purpose. So make use of this deep diving Neptunian retrograde to connect with your true calling and your soul purpose. And be sure to remain heart-centered. Try not to be distracted or motivated by what others are doing, because their path is different from yours. 2 is do a spring cleaning on your belief systems. What do you believe? What does your cosmology look like? What does your world look like? Not only the physical world, but your spiritual world. And what does your emotional and your mental body look like? Is it filled with a lot of stories of negativity that you keep repeating in your head? Or is it filled with inner peace and strength and groundedness in who you are and your place in this planet? So take a look at your belief systems and what you're carrying around with you. What is your cosmic identity? These are the kinds of questions that require a lot of profound thinking and deep seeking. And this Neptune retrograde is the perfect time to think about these deeper focuses, these deeper dimensions of our being. So use this time to clear out and solidify your spiritual framework. Clear out any assumptions that you have or unconscious patterns that you may be running with. And in order to clear out these unconscious patterns, we first need to recognize them and identify them before we can clear them out. We have to be conscious of them. So take some time out of your busy schedule to think about what are or possibly are some conscious or unconscious patterns that we're running around in our life, or behavior patterns that we are using or using. Think about what behaviors or patterns that we can identify in our life that maybe we don't like so much in our life. And this is the time or the perfect invitation to clear that out and to start living with more purpose, intention, dedication, and clarity, which is an invitation that the moon gives to us every 28 days. So this is the time to, over the next 5 months, to kind of really clear out our spiritual framework and think about what we want to have, what we want to carry around with us, or what we don't want to carry around with us. 3, notice our attempts to escape from the present moment. Neptune in retrograde will bring to the surface situations and feelings and emotions from our deep subconscious, and it may bring some uncomfortable feelings, and we may not even know where these are coming from, but we may feel triggered or we may feel uncomfortable. And so taking note of what triggers us or what makes us feel uncomfortable is a great place to start identifying where we can use some healing, where we can clean out and heal those parts of our deep subconscious. And if we find ourselves escaping the present moment or escaping our emotions, going to social media or Netflix or TV, this is a way to kind of identify, am I escaping something, or am I turning away from something that perhaps I should be taking a look at? So this is the beginning process of uncovering and discovering what we may still be carrying around with us. And this is the time to start healing those stories or those patterns or those uncomfortable feelings within us. It's a time to kind of resolve what we need to resolve within our being. We can't put it off forever. And 4, don't confuse fantasy with reality. As Neptune appears to be moving backwards in the sky, which is what a retrograde is, it's when the planets appear to be moving backwards, our dreams, hopes, fears, and visions may become harder to discern between waking life. So be careful not to get confused with our fantasies or our dreams, and to confuse that with our waking life. This is the time to clear out any confusion or misunderstandings and self-deception. But first, they need to rise up and be identified in order for us to clarify them. So basically, Neptune is here to help us clear out any confusion of who we are and what our purpose is, which is a perfect energetic pairing for this new moon, which takes us into a deep, honest reflection and look into ourselves and the most important extension of ourselves, our family and our home life. This also includes people in our life who are like family. If there are any tensions between you and family members or those who are really important and close to us in our life, this new moon is an excellent resource to help resolve any issues at home, using your new moon wishes and creating dedications to heal and resolve those tensions. This is also the time to take an honest inventory of ourselves. This is the time to banish any insecurities or fears or doubts within ourselves or anywhere that shows up in our lives. You know, I don't like filming these videos. I don't like being on camera. It feels so unnatural. I'd rather have this conversation with you guys face to face, you know? But we all have these fears or insecurities that we have to overcome. And think about the crab, you know? The crab is a shy little creature that lives in the hole in the sand, and it has this very hard shell with pincers to protect the vulnerable inside. And we all have this Cancerian vibe within us, this vibe of self-protection. And this new moon holds an invitation to let go of some of our fears and to nurture ourselves. And this is the perfect time to get in touch with ourselves and to take proper healing take proper healing for ourselves. One opportunity is to take a self-care bath. You know, the Cancer is a water sign, so anything dealing with water will have a very healing effect for us during this new moon. And a warm bath recreates the conditions of the womb, and that may be just what the doctor ordered. And so perhaps being by the ocean or taking a bath, or if you're lucky enough to live near a pool, a river, a creek, an ocean, or a spring, get yourself into the healing waters and take care of yourself this month. This is the month to look after yourself and to heal your emotions and the closest relationships around us, and to let go of our limiting fears. So the new moon mantra is so perfect and appropriate for this new moon. I reclaim myself and I stand in my divinity. So let's say that again. I reclaim myself and I stand in my divinity. That's the new moon mantra for this new moon. And the new moon oracle reading is, we've had this before and it came up again. A time for healing. So this card suggests to let the past go. The past is the past because we have a bright new future ahead. And this card recommends that we find peace and healing where we are and where we need it. And remember that anything is possible when we believe it. So, where do we need healing in our lives to become fully present and aligned with our true divine self and our soul purpose? This card also suggests to let go of the past. New beginnings are on the horizon. Take enough time to heal and restore yourself. And take a moment to envision how life would look like if you were healed. I hope you guys enjoyed this new moon reading and you enjoy this Neptune retrograde that we have. And I can't wait to see how you guys take advantage of this new moon reading in the new moon reflections. Take care, guys, and I will see you soon. Bye.